So yesterday, Monday, for the third day in a row, Thursday, Friday, and then of course into this week, the stock market just straight up nosedive all day long, right? And millions of people losing tons of money, people having their 401k accounts totally wiped out. It is chaos in the market. And it's 100% because of Donald Trump's tariffs. Now, not everybody's losing money though. Because apparently, according to a new report, there is at least one person, a sitting member of Congress actually, who somehow, some way had the foresight to know that the market's going to crash soon. So just days before Donald Trump's so-called Liberation Day, where he put all the tariffs in place against the penguins and the seals, this individual decided to pull hundreds of thousands of dollars out of the stock market and then reinvest it into low yield but very low risk treasury bills, because they didn't want to lose all their money when the stock market was going to crash. And that individual is none other than Republican Representative Marjorie Taylor Greene, who made a sweeping series of stock moves in the 2 weeks before the tariffs were officially put in place. Of course, in an attempt to save herself money. Because Greene, who has been a vocal supporter of tariffs, knew that the stock market was going to crash. Now, let me make something very clear here. I am not in any way suggesting that anything Marjorie Taylor Greene did was illegal. It was not. This is not insider trading of any kind. This is an individual who is close to Trump. She knew the tariffs were not a bluff. She knew there was not going to be an extension. So maybe it's a little bit, it's a gray area, but she pulls her money out of the stock market and puts it in T-bills. Again, something not affected by the tariffs. There's not a high yield on them, but there's very little risk. So she made the safe investment while taking her money out of the riskier investments, something the general public, of course, did not necessarily have the opportunity to do. But she did. She is very wealthy. She is a millionaire. And that's what she did because she knew how bad the tariffs were going to be. But what's real funny is while she's making these stock moves, anticipating Trump tanking the market, putting her money in a safe space, she was out there telling the public this. I think President Trump is extremely generous. Reciprocity with tariffs is fair. The tariffs that he's charging on most of these countries are half of what they're charging us. President Trump is doing the right thing for the American people, and I don't think any other country can complain. That's what she was saying publicly, while at the same time calling up her broker being like, hey, market's going to tank, dude. Get my money out of here. Put it somewhere safe. I don't want to be a part of this. I'm not going to be one of those people that loses everything. By the way, tariffs are amazing. We love them, Donnie. You're doing a great job. Get my money out right now. Click. That is effectively what happened. Maybe not exactly as it happened, but that scenario happened. She's selling the public that you got to love the tariffs. The tariffs are going to be great for you. You're going to be wonderful. Don't worry about it. While protecting her own ass. She also, by the way, she left a little money in the stock market because she knew that there were certain companies that are still going to be doing well, even with the tariffs. So she bought a little bit of stock, no more than $5,000 worth of each, in Apple, because yes, the price of Apple products is going to go up, but the demand for it is likely to kind of coincide, and they're probably going to be okay. AbbVie, pharmaceuticals, right? You're going to need your life-saving medication, so their stock will be fine. And the third one is Costco, because when people have less money to spend, buying in bulk makes much more sense. So these are calculated moves that she made while telling the rest of the public that everything is going to be fine and wonderful and Trump is so generous, she said. But she knew what was going to happen, and she wasn't willing to risk her money while telling you that you had to risk yours. Thanks for watching today, everybody. And don't forget, if you're not already, please do subscribe to this channel. We have fresh content going up every single day, and I would really hate for you to miss out on that. And speaking of missing out, if you're not following me across all other social media outlets, then get on it. You can follow the links in the description of this video.